This is part 2 of the two-piece modeling for the two-piece wallet design. Here we have, we're going to end up needing some holes now added. So far in part 1, this is a two-piece wallet. This will have a top. This is the bottom feature of the wallet. We now need to put holes in specific locations. This is the critical part. So whatever you do outside isn't so critical as long as you have some material to place in these holes. So what you're going to do is you're going to come over to Sketch. You're going to click on and you're going to click on the face of the XY plane. It's a really good opportunity for you to see that you have your origin right here for X, Y, and Z0. And it's going to be at the back corner of the part. If it isn't, it's not the end of the world. It's going to take some finessing in the cam side of things, of flipping your WCS from one side to the other. It becomes problematic and troublesome. So go ahead and click on this face here. The tool I like to use is the point tool. It makes putting in the holes extremely easy. So you're going to select one point here, one point up here. We don't know exactly where yet, but and another point somewhere over here, and another point all the way up, somewhere up here. So now we have the dimension. You hit the letter D on the keyboard, or go to Sketch and Dimension, which is all the way at the bottom here. And our locations, if you remember, are 0.15. You can go ahead and 0.15 up for both of these features. And both of these features over are going to be 0.15. And this one is going to be 0.15. Both of these Y values are going to be 2 inches up, 2.0 inches, and this one is going to be 2.0 inches. And our distance is over for both of these. I believe they were 3.825, but we need to take a look at that under this feature. So I'm going to flip it up. I'm going to go to the Inspect feature. I'm going to select this edge and this feature. 3.825 is correct. .825, enter, and this is also enter. Now we're ready to hit stop sketch. What the nice thing about doing this is that when you go ahead and put in the holes, they're already located. So in order to put hole features in, you're going to use the letter H or press hole. We're going to use a countersink hole. And you're just going to select all the features. So they kind of give you this multiple holes from Sketch because they detect that you already have multiple holes. And when you select each of these features, you're going to need to start changing values right away. So we have a countersink is the first thing. The depth 0.4, that should be okay. The diameter is 0.112 diameter, or maybe 0.12 altogether, something like that. It might be 0.12. Tip angle is going to be 118 degree tip angle because that's the type of drill. Countersink is an 82 degree countersink because we're going to be putting screws into this. And it's going to be 0.15 diameter countersink, so you don't ruin all your threads. And there's nothing really else you need to change here. These are the values. You're going to go ahead and select OK. Now you have some countersunk holes. Now you can go ahead and come on over here under Modify and under Create. And use the Thread feature. Thread feature is super easy to use. I'm a huge fan of selecting model. I'll show you the difference here between the two. If you do unmodeled, it automatically gives you the 440. Number 4, 440. I like to do 2B, and this is just remember size. So select OK. So down here, you should have a panel here. So you can see these look like they're painted threads. I'm not a big fan of them. So if you double click this and go to model, you're going to see the difference here. It is actually like a helix. I really like these. These look really good. This is a 60 degree angle thread, single point thread. This is actually what a thread should look like. You have your pitch right there, and then of your minor diameter and your major diameters over here. Big fan of that. Looks a lot sharper. So again, you can edit right down here in your browser. I'm going to come back over here to Create. I think you have to do one at a time, unfortunately. I do not believe you can go through and select. Yeah, see, it's not allowing me to select each of these. So, well, maybe you can select a few. No. I think if you double click that, you gotta go back and reselect that one. So you just have to come back up here and keep going through each of these. Select 3B is, it'll be fine. It's not the end of the world. 2B is the most correct, but again, we're not going to be threading these features in the CAM software. We're going to do a rigid tapping cycle, and we're going to write our own G&M code for that. So this is the whole features pretty easily put in the correct locations of that part. So this the benefit of using those points here, edit sketch, is that now if you made a mistake, you can quickly go back and edit your mistake over, up. This feature is a y-axis dimension. These are all x-axis dimensions. It makes it a lot easier. So if you made a mistake on your dimension, you have this opportunity now to go back and fix it whenever you want, and it'll readjust the whole location. So hypothetically, if you type in 3.75 here, and you have the whole location in the wrong place, you can just go back in. You can clearly see it's in the wrong location. You can clearly go back in, edit sketch, type in your 3.875, and re-edit that. And you have a model that will work. So hopefully this video will aid your ability to model your parts, and good luck.